All right, what's up, guys? And welcome to episode 12, coming off the heels of the Brett Nolan episode, which was, fantastic. The Holler over there, the world famous, opening their space up to us and letting us put on a really unique and special kind of session. And it was a very cool thing. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. But today we got I won't say a new guest, but I'll get to that later. I want to go through some plugs here first and kind of shout some people out and raise some awareness.
Born and raised in Nashville, Tennessee, I've spent over 20 years surrounded by the best songwriters in the world. Now, after moving my family back to Powell County, Kentucky, I'm bringing my favorite piece of Nashville with me, Songwriters in the Round. Set against the stunning backdrop of the Red River Gorge, Nashville in the Gorge is more than just a show. It's a real, raw, and interactive experience.
Well, then John Party heard the song and he put it on a record.
You'll relive the biggest moments of your life to the radio hits you grew up with, and make new memories to songs you're hearing for the first time. From my old hometown to my new hometown, this is Nashville in the Gorge.
Thank you very much.
First of all, I want to bring some attention to Story Unfinished, which is Christina Smith's event she's got coming up in August. It's actually going to be at the Lions Club Park in Stanton. It's a suicide awareness event, and it's a really good event that advocates and promotes mental health and awareness, and just kind of it's a very good thing. So check that out. Story Unfinished. She has information on Facebook, and check out Christina Smith. Look her up too, and Screaming Beans Coffee Shop in Stanton. And I think she does one in Irving, right?
I'm not sure, honey. I'm still coming back and forth. I just learned we got a new Dollar General out here on the Richmond Road, and I was like, when did that happen?
Well,
I just don't come home enough.
Well, Clay City has 2 DG markets now.
Get down. Are you looking at y'all?
Yeah. We're coming
I swear,
up, man.
you're coming up. You get another Mexican restaurant, you'll be right there third. Listen, I love y'all's Dairy Queen, though, because for a long time it said free straw with every drink purchase, God bless. And they finally changed it now to 2 for $5 burgers, God bless. And I was like, I love this Dairy Queen so much. They're the only one that has it on fountain, so I stopped there breaking on the Parkway.
That's absolutely. Real quick, River to Grow. So just looping back to Brett here. Brett's got a festival coming here to. I think it's in Ravenna. No, yeah, it's in Estill County. I'm sorry, Brett. It's called River to Grow. It's a really, really big thing, and really it's poised to be the next great regional festival here. There's some really great people on the bill. Brett's worked hard to build it, and it's in a beautiful space, kind of like tucked away, in the really on farmland. Do you remember exactly, Josh? I think is where he described it.
No, he had said that it was on a friend of his farm that he was opening up. But
yeah, I have to share the information in post here, but or like put it up on the screen here somewhere for information on how to get there. But yeah, check that out, River to Grow. I know the tickets are on sale now. You can actually purchase them online. And like I said, shouts out to Holler. They've been really good friends with us and really good supporters of the podcast. Shout out to the Morning Buzz, Brett and Shaw's radio show. Of course, I always want to give props to Ethan and WSKV for opening up our studio for us. It's kind of our headquarters, our session room. This is our home for Hollerachia Podcast. Home base, absolutely. We've started popping up at different venues and stuff in different areas, but this is definitely.
This is always kind of home base for every Eastern Kentucky artist,
and I love it.
Every dreamer. We're just going to swing by the studio real quick.
And that's what's so awesome about Ethan and WSKV. And specifically is like there's such. They're, in my opinion, one of the biggest or best examples of sports of like local music. There's none better. They don't, and they've been great friends to us, and I definitely want to direct people to them every chance I get. And of course, every episode we always kind of like bring support or bring awareness and education to like different relief efforts that go on. Flood relief has been the biggest thing for Eastern Kentucky. Flood relief has been something we've leaned into quite frequently. And right now, we definitely want to raise awareness and advocate for the Texas and Kerr County flood relief, which was just absolutely just unthinkable.
I mean, devastating. They were in such a drought, and then when they got the warnings, they were like, "Yeah, okay." It's like when we get a flood warning in Irving, we're like,
"Yeah,
well, it's probably okay, but if it breaks Dark Hollow, then we're gonna have to start heading towards the hill." We all know those warning signs, and there was none of those warning signs because they had been in a drought so long. So I mean, you imagine how terrifying that is.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, and I hate to say this, but it's kind of like Boy Who Cried Wolf. Like we get so many tornado watches, and we're like, yeah, okay. and we all ran to the cellar, and most of us ran out in the garage and watch it and smoke a cigarette. But we're like, that one's on. Look, that one's rotating right now. But and then it actually happens, and you're like, oh crap!
And fast forward to London in 2025.
I mean, yeah, you don't even anticipate it, and you're like, what in the absolute world? So it just. You never know when it's actually going to. You should just treat everything like it's a crisis.
Well, nowadays you have to, man. It's like you just assume it's going to be like a natural disaster. But yeah, like that, because I'm a father of 4, and 3 of them being girls, and like just that what happened at Camp Mystic is just
gosh.
It breaks my
I can't
heart
even imagine.
in ways I can't even just like put my mind make it go to. It's horrible. But looking back to the the tornado relief. We're really kind of pushing that right now too, because since we've last talked, I'm now the secretary of the Red River Gorge chapter of the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky.
Well, look at you. That's a lot of words for somebody from our neck of the woods. In a row.
Only because I can talk fast. I can talk fast, yes, but I can type fast.
Well, that's good.
That's the only reason they put me on that position. But
you can write good. You want to be?
I can make words do good.
I know all the words. I know the best words.
I know most. But yeah, so the Upper Cumberland Community Foundation, which is that chapter of the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky.
But how awesome! And that's just one more people, one more person on the good side for us, and that way that we can. Yeah. We're in a good network of good people, and usually when something like this happens, we're known in Appalachia, especially to band with our brothers to support the family, and charity begins at home. So I love that there's some of our own representing our own, rather than somebody come in and try to figure out what's going on from an outsider's perspective.
And right now, there are only 2 people the 2 Powell County representatives on the Red River Gorge chapter, and it's me and Ethan.
Nice. Well, that makes it convenient. Yeah, y'all already know each other.
So I'm always directing people go to WSKV. He's directing people, to like come over here,
he's like, don't tell him you know me.
We're always like driving people to each other's pages to find this information on how people can support.
And that's what's about is cross-pollination. At this point, we're collaborating and not competing. And I've always said that. I said, just because you're not sitting at my table don't mean I want you to starve. But if you're sitting at my table, you better bring something to the table.
I say I say it just about every episode. But it's like, the rising tide lifts all ships. And it's like this, with the music scene, this music scene specifically in this region, it's just like, there's no better example of that.
Oh, I love that. It's kind of, I look at it dominoes. If one of us goes, we all go. And so why not just lick that hand stamp and get as many in as we can? Speaking of licking, I see animal shelters next on your list of places to.
That's a new development too, I'll tell you that. But first I want to plug Austin Shuck, my buddy Austin Shuck, and the Appalachian Pioneer Program. When it comes to relief efforts and like events, he is one of the most active organizers out there. Check out the Appalachian Pioneer Program because they always got something going on with flood relief. And I always try to direct them, people there too, as well as the foundation. Because he got some really good stuff going on. But yeah, so the Powell County Animal Shelter, here's new development. I am the new director of the Powell County Animal Shelter.
How long is your business card at this point? Is it just like a postcard? Or?
Yeah, I'm running out of space. I'm gonna have to have one of those placards, I guess.
That would be or one of those little QR codes, and just be like LinkedIn right there.
That's my new day job. That's the new job that's gonna pay my mortgage.
Well, that's nice.
But yeah, so they just voted me on at the end of June, the fiscal court. So I'm now the director of animal control and the director of the Powell County Animal Shelter.
Well, listen, then we can talk because one of my new implementations as one of the future mayoral candidates of Hurricane, West Virginia, is to talk about homesteading ordinances and how a lot of these people, they just think animal shelter and they think dogs, cats. Estill Kane's got a pig and a couple of ducks right now. So a lot of these people adopt chickens and rabbits and ducks from Tractor Supply for Easter pictures, and then they're so cute, and then they realize, that this is actually an animal that I have to take care of. So then they just take it back, and then they take it to the animal shelter, and they're like, what are we supposed to do with this? So I'm trying to find... Like there's a little, I think it was I can't remember, I don't want to say it was Belgium, but it was a little tiny country over in Europe. And they gave every single citizen 3 chickens. That's it. Take them or leave them. Yeah. Here's your 3 chickens as mandated by the state government. Yeah. And crime went down. Mental health went up. Landfill waste went down. Like
it's crazy, man.
I'm going chickens is therapy. I want to do a chicken in every pot and a cat in every ass. But anyway, that's
you start talking about animal shelters in Kentucky. Yeah, it definitely goes well beyond dogs and cats. I'm not going to name this specific family member that may or may not be one of my siblings that had a pet possum here recently.
That may or may not be one of my siblings. We may or may not sit at the same dinner table at Christmas.
But yeah,
I hardly know you.
So possums make great pets. I don't know if you knew that.
I don't. I had a squirrel, which is just a possum with a fuzzier tail. But I had a pet squirrel. Very similar situation. They were going to get rid of it, and I was like, "You can't. It's a squirrel." And that's the whole reason we have forest. Half the reason that we have forest today is because the squirrels forgot where he's buried his nut. That's also the story of how we got the projects, but that's really a different story.
Yeah.
Different video.
Last plug here. This is for you because we're 10 minutes in. I'm still going through my intro.
Is this the intro?
This is the intro.
Welcome.
and check out, definitely check out Cigarette Mom, which is a great new program. How do you call it? Is it a program?
It's not even, it's like a podcast / bitching on my porch.
Yeah.
It's that, okay, it's, my granny asked me this the other day. She goes, what is that? Because she's 86 and concerned because people at church are starting to talk, you know. And I'm like, she doesn't have Facebook, so I know she's getting this information like third hand at this point. And I'm like, oh, you're right. Like, it's like somebody told me that somebody saw you on their daughter's Facebook page. I'm like, that's a lot of somebody's to deal with. But it's basically every single aunt, grandma, mama, every one of them that was always like, I got time for one more cigarette before the kids get off the bus. Or, okay, I've got 5 minutes before we have to leave for church and my pearls are on, but I've you know, don't make me take you outside, or I will beat you with my flip-flop, or where's my cigarette? Like, it's every woman that ever raised us, but no one's making those kind of assumptions and observations anymore and kind of going, stop that.
Right.
No one's doing that. And I'm like, I was like, this is me. Like, this is the only trans I'll ever be. Hashtag transparent. Like, tag me in. I will identify as your mama. Like, give me a switch. But I'm in it, you know, and I'm like, I get it. So, and it's so funny because I literally have had my fans come in and say, my youngin's acting up. I'm like, what's her cell phone number? And I had one guy one night just because my number's listed on my Facebook page. I'm like, just call me, you know. And a guy sent me a picture of his stuff.
Yeah.
And I sent him a picture of one of my roosters, you know, cog for cog, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, mine's still bigger. So, you know, like, you know, and I hate that, you know. And one of my nieces called me and she said, this guy keeps sending me like creepy shots. And I was like, mine was that big before I got rid of it. Sin. He never bothered her again. And I have nothing against that community. Do what you want to. Fly your freak flag. I was trying to be Dolly Parton at 8 years old. Nobody was scheduling my plastic surgery. Thank you very much. And trust me, it would have cost a lot more money to turn me into Dolly Parton at 9 years old than it would to just make me a little boy and put me in some blue jeans. But at the same time, I'm looking at it going, you know them Pizza Huts that ain't Pizza Huts no more? Like, they've made them into like an H&R block. And you're like, but it's still got the Pizza Hut roof. Still got that Adam's apple.
Roof,
yeah, it's got that Adam's apple. And you're like, you can make it anything you want, but unless you cut that roof off, that's still a Pizza Hut, you know?
Yeah.
And that's really all I have to say about the transgender issue. Except for Bud Light was right when they started sponsoring transgenders. Seriously. I mean, if there ever was a beer that could sponsor the transgender community, Bud Light, which is water identifying as beer. It's a, you know, it's a whole lot like making love in a canoe. It's near water.
Shouts out Yingling. That's my. No, it's anyway.
Go, Bud. Hey, drink some whiskey, be a man. You know, hammer up some drywall, start a war.
I would like to welcome back Miss Sarah Beth Terry.
Hello. In case you did not know who that loud ass mother is, that mother clicker over there in the corner.
Thank you for coming back and repausing your own because, like I said, you were episode 1, so we took so many bumps, man.
I was like,
you
the
were
first
our learning
one.
episode, and that broke my heart because I told you in episode 1, you were one of the reasons I kind of got into this space.
Oh, thanks.
You and Reed Fields both. Like I watched y'all play that set in Moorhead.
We had so much fun.
And it was awesome. And like I talked to you after the show, then like just to hear your story about how you wrote songs and like your process, I was like, man, I want to do something that kind of
And then we became friends.
Yeah.
And the other day you made a post. You were like, hey, how do you feel about all this crazy crap that's going on in the world right now? And I was like, dude, I'm in such the rabbit hole with you right now. Just let me roll one and I'll be right there.
So that's the theme of this episode, by the way, is going to be Armageddon.
The end of the world. And I have wrote the soundtrack.
And we're going to throw in some sessions there too.
That is hell. Sarah's going to play music from now to the end of time. Shit.
So I guess there's a very loose structure there. We're going to be talking about the end of the world, and you're going to throw in some awesome new songs.
Well, I mean, might as well, since we're here and I have this guitar that's finally working again. That should have been the sign that the end was coming.
Yeah, tell the audience
this guitar broke right here, headstock, just snapped like a mousetrap because of the climate change. And I cried more than I did over my divorce. And then a buddy of mine fixed it back, and this is her second appearance.
Yeah,
having her neck reattached. Death becomes Gibby in this next segment. So,
and you left out that this is Stapleton's guitar.
It was Stapleton's guitar, and by a shrewd business move on my side, I went to Carter's and saw it behind glass, and my publisher owed me a lot more than a guitar, but I was going to set up for the guitar. And when I said, "What about that one up there on the wall? That one's a pretty one." They said, "Oh, that was Stapleton's." And I said, "This one?" They said, "Yeah." And I went. Now it's mine.
Yeah.
Write him a check, Tom. And Tom's like, "Ugh," like it was behind glass. So now that I have thrown it in the bonfire, got tattoo on it, put a hole in the ass end of it, like got the trigger pick guard going here and broke its neck. I think she's about broke in. She's going to start playing like I want her to now, ain't she? Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. I love this guitar.
Was it I always call it like Appalachian layaway or Eastern Kentucky layaway.
Eastern Kentucky layaway.
Licking something to claim it.
That's it. Well, it's like we were talking
drums.
today. Well, we were supper last night. You know, I can't come home to Irvin. I can't figure out if it's because I'm finally getting famous or it's just because I'm from Irvin. Because I like see everybody and they're never like, "Hey, I love your new song." They're like, "How's your mom?" Oh my God. I'm like, I never know which side of fame I'm on. Like it's, you know. So it was so funny last night. A gentleman came up behind my husband at the table and he goes, "Is this your husband who is in the motorcycle wreck?" And I was like, "How I have missed Appalachian charades." And I was like, "Yes." And he just walked around and he's like, "Hi, nice to meet you." I'm like, "You could have just asked." But that was, I mean, everybody's looking like, I'm like, yeah, that checks out. Like, I just love it. I love being home.
How's he? I mean, I guess I could ask him. He's sitting over there, but how's he doing?
Much better considering that his arm was not attached to the rest of him for a little bit.
I know.
These tendons are just gone. But I was behind him in the truck and I saw him. It was right after a pull out where like a cop had pulled out of the median and there was gravel on the road. And I saw it and he saw it and he couldn't get around it in time.
Oh yeah.
And so he had that death wobble.
Oh, that's
then we were in the fast lane because we're on the we're from the freaking highway, 75 mile an hour. And I'm behind him in the truck and he hit that median. And when he hit that grass, I watched that ass end of that gold wing go right over him, end over end over
Jesus.
end. And I thought, well, that's it. I'm a widow. Like that's it. I'm a single window now. And we'll have to get to that story.
Yeah.
And so I just thought, well, this is it. This is the end. But I literally watched the hand of God go over my husband and the dirt come out from underneath him. Oh, he said he watched that motorcycle flip right over his head and all he got was road rash and that shoulder injury. And I was like,
it could have been way,
the Lord's
way more
not done with us yet. So we got a lot of work to do. But
so it's like mostly shoulder. See, I'm going through physical therapy for my shoulder right now too, for a much less cool story.
I fell down the basement stairs getting another ice cream. And,
True story. I was moving my oldest daughter's Barbie dream house upstairs and rounded the corner too sharp.
You should have taken
That's
the
my
popsicle story. But he did separate those 3 ligaments are gone. And now it just kind of sticks up. Like he's got on shoulder pads, and it's like I can't look at it, because I have like a big dent in my shoulder, like a thumbprint. I was like, oh, I have an innie and he has an outie now, so this is fun, But the surgeon told us, he said, I can't do anything with it. Like if you were a professional baseball pitcher, I'd be like, let's get another year out of this. He's like, but you're 37, fix to be 38. This is really not worth the pain and with a 0% success rate. Yeah. And he said, but good news, those are the 3 ligaments that arthritis sets upon, and now you don't have those ligaments. So you're going to be fine. So he's back to about 70%. He says he's at 80, and I'm like, but you kind of get a little weak when you're carrying corn for the chickens. So I know he's still a little lopsided. But
it's tough, man. Like recovering from a shoulder injury, because even something like that, because we're wondering if it's like rotator cuff. That's kind of what we're looking at now. But I'm going through the physical therapy. If it doesn't stick, then we're going to go like surgical.
Well, bless your heart.
But, I can't pick up. It's hard for me to hold like a notebook, like this,
Well, that's my dad right now. He just had elbow surgery, and he's trying to pick up the remote, and he's like, why is that my elbow? I'm he's like, I can't pick up anything.
People don't realize how much the shoulder controls, man.
Exactly.
But what sucks is I got twins, and I can't dual wield them anymore like I used to.
Oh, you will be able to.
Yeah, I'm strengthening it, but it's but that's one thing. But trying to get them out of danger.
That's going to be hard to get to last someone.
Yeah, it's I'm trying I picked them up anyway, but I'm just crying by the time I make it get them out of the harm's way.
And they're like, Dad was really worried about it. Well, it's just been crazy. Like we're talking, speaking of, worried about our kids and the end of the world kind of stuff. The floods aren't the only thing that's worrying me right now, Brandon. I'm going to be serious. It's nuts.
Oh, it's way more than floods.
1,000 wildfires all over the place. Wildfires.
16 volcanic eruptions up and down between Hawaii and Alaska. Not to mention that 7.2, was it 7.2 earthquake?
7.2 right outside of...
and tsunami. Yeah.
And the ricochet was felt all the way to the eastern seaboard. We had earthquakes in Greenville, South Carolina. We had earthquakes in New Madrid. We had earthquakes in Texas. And is no one paying attention to where the plates are starting to ricochet? I'm surprised Clay's Ferry didn't have a crack in it.
I'll tell you what. So we kind of what got this episode kind of come to life is that post I made on Facebook, because I had a theory. It was actually the weekend before last. As to why, well, everybody has his own explanation as well as natural disasters occurring, and there's some climate shifts over millions of years is a very common and explainable thing. But the fact that the Earth has started spinning faster, and like there's there's no clear scientific consensus on why the Earth starts spinning faster, and we're losing daylight. So my theory was, and I brought this up to my family and my siblings and everything, and I was like, I think the sun's getting denser, or like there's some change in behavior, or like possibly even dying. That would cause like that to happen to the Earth in conjunction with everything else that's happening. And I was like, I told them that day, I was like, watch for volcanic eruptions and watch for earthquakes. 3 days later, we started seeing like these massive volcanics, the tectonic shifts, and then the tsunami.
I mean, but look at what's going, and no one's connecting the dots.
Yeah.
Yellowstone, there's been 9 new geysers show up in the past week, and that buffalo just wandered out in the middle of the pool
and the buffalo stampedes. Did you see they've been stampeding?
Yes, and they're headed. And I'm telling you, I just went out west. I went through North Dakota, the Teddy Roosevelt National Forest, South Dakota, Mount Rushmore, Wyoming, Montana, all the way to Nebraska. Yeah. Not one buffalo. Not one.
Wow.
Not one. Not even in the preserves of these are buffalo. Don't approach them. Big signs. I'm like,
yeah.
We get to Kansas. It looked like Dances with Wolves.
Really?
And I'm like,
so they're relocating.
Why are y'all this far down? Like, y'all shouldn't be this far down here.
So they're just relocating then.
They're getting away from it. And I'm like,
wow.
Look at where the shift is. That's what's bothering me the most. And like, okay, here's another thing. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that we're here today because I just got back from seeing all this stuff in real life.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
So we were in Devil's Tower, Wyoming.
Oh, God, that's my bucket list, man.
Oh, dude, you got to go.
I am going.
So, make sure you go. And so... what's really funny is I made some friends at the Fort Peck Hunkpapa Sioux tribe, right there on the res, and they were like, "That's not what it's called." And I'm like, "What is it actually called?" They're like Bear Lodge, and we called it No God's Land, meaning that didn't matter what you worshipped, what you believed in, we all worshiped the Great Spirit at this particular. Like this was like a mecca for them.
Gotcha.
And the English translation flip that to Devil's Tower, and they're like, no, that's not.
Well, that makes sense.
It does, but they were saying like, we're just saying that everybody was equal here, not.
It's just got common ground.
It's God forsaken, So and they did the same thing with the Badlands. I mean, the Badlands were called hell with the fires put out. It wasn't the Badlands. It's just the weird translation. But anyway, Kumsai. So we're there, and Sean's like, look how cool that is. That's volcanic, whatever. I was like, no. That's a tree trunk.
Yeah,
he goes,
I've heard that.
He goes, no, it's not. I'm like, it's a tree trunk. And so I walked all the way around it. You can touch it. Mm-hmm. It's petrified wood. I believe it's petrified wood. Fee, fi, fo, fum. That is a tree trunk. And he's like, it is not. Swear to God, Brandon. Swear to God, the day we got back from that trip, they's like, this new discovery on the Discovery Channel. We have found 40 miles of petrified roots under Devil's Tower. And I was like, it's a tree trunk. Yeah. Told you guys this. So I'm looking at it going, think about the oxygen content when that would have been a tree.
Well, like, dinosaurs. Yeah.
Sequoias, redwoods, up in that area, in that neck of the woods. Are you telling me that look at Monument Valley. Look at the way that these hillsides are carved. They look like tree trunks.
Well, we know the Hyperion, the tallest tree in the world, pales in comparison to what it used to be. Yeah. But
you're looking at it going, look at the oxygen, look at the dinosaurs. Everybody knows that a T-Rex was actually, if you think about a T-Rex with feathers,
yeah,
it's just a big giant chicken.
It's
if you've ever plucked a chicken, if you've ever cooked a chicken, that is a T-Rex. Like, their face will evolve, but I'm looking at the same thing going, have you ever seen the frogmouth nightjar in Australia? If you were to just look at its skeleton, it looks like a reptile because of the way that its beak is shaped.
Yeah.
So who's to say that, evolution didn't cause this to be smaller and more condensed? I mean, I'm convinced that I'm raising 84 velociraptors in my backyard right now. And if you've ever tried to hold a turkey, you're convinced of it. Yeah. Just they even sound like a.
So when Michael Crichton introduced that concept, like, because up until Jurassic Park, the book Jurassic Park, because Michael Crichton, God bless him, he's one of my favorite authors, actually put like footnotes at the bottom of every story.
He's like, hello, this is what this is actually.
Yeah, and he introduced the idea of, chickens coming from dinosaurs, which science pretty much knew, but he really broke it down in a way that was like, wow.
That makes perfect sense.
These are velociraptors.
they're velociraptors, and they will sure turn on one of their own. I've seen them do that.
Hell yeah, they will.
And
me too.
It's right. You're like, what are y'all doing? So now we have ducks and turkeys and chickens, and it's way too many birds. It's like the 12 days of Christmas all the time. Just 7 swans are swimming, 6 geese are flying, 5 random chickens.
I saw your turkey video. Was it yesterday?
Oh, and I'm burping the chicken or burping the turkey. And listen, I didn't think that was a real thing. And I was like, I'm just going to try this. And I was like, oh, this is the greatest entertainment that I've never paid for. Like, this is wonderful.
Oh, yeah. Shouts out Cigarette Mom.
Yeah, you got to watch it. And so it's really funny is that, speaking of the end of the world, for the past week, my chickens have been roosting in the trees. They never roost in the trees. I have a big old coop. It's on top of a big old thing of cinder blocks. Like it's way above the creek level.
Right.
And I'm going, why are these chickens roosting in the trees? My granny always said if the chickens are roosting in the trees, get ready for high water. So I'm like,
shoot.
why are 84 chickens trying like hell to get up in this mulberry tree? Like, I can't figure it out. So I've been kind of freaked out. And so I left him with the godfather, is what we call our neighbors. They watch the chickens too. And he texts me, he's like, what do I do about the chickens that just flat out won't go back in the coop? And I'm like, why? They always put themselves to bed.
Yeah.
And he's like, they won't get out of the tree. And I'm like,
was this in conjunction with the recent storms that came through?
I mean, this was yesterday. So, I mean, like,
so there
this
was
is
very, very heavy rains that came
and then
through,
we're looking at this rain that's been rolling through here and hitting missing us. So, I don't know what to think about all of it, except for the fact that something bigger's coming than Republican versus Democrat. Blah, blah. If this is.
No, I believe it 100%. That's why I was, preparing my wife. I was telling her, I was like, listen, I was like, we need to prepare for the possibility of New Madrid just like acting up, or San Andreas to lesser effect on us. But
look at the New
Yellowstone
Madrid.
affects everybody.
If the New Madrid goes,
we're
Bowling Green's the new West Coast.
We're toast, yeah.
And it will separate us right down the center because it's the Mississippi River was dry. Did y'all remember that? Mississippi was dry for about a year and a half.
Yeah.
And we could dredge the bottom of the river for the first time and found like battleships and steamboats and like we're like, what in the world? And I keep thinking about that stupid Hank Jr. song. I'm like, in the Mississippi River, she's going dry. And I'm like, oh no, man. And like, we've been warned about this. So I'm looking at it going, now it's starting to widen out. The deltas are starting to flood. New Orleans has sank another 1.5 inches. Florida's under a terrorist warning yet again.
Well, Spain has had such a severe drought. They just uncovered a monolith that was under the water.
Did you see that? It's like the prehistoric Stonehenge.
Freaking wild.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah.
And I'm going, all of this, like, I feel like it's all hidden in plain sight, but we have been so jaded by what we've been told for 40 years. Like, you were raised the same way that I was. Like, this is the rules. This is the history. This is the book. Don't question it. Done. And, and now that we're older, we're like, but did they tell us everything? Because we realized the first person to the mic controls the story, You never hear about the loser side of a battle,
That's exactly right.
And I'm like, I'm kind of wondering what else they left out, like Tartaria. And why we can't go to Antarctica anymore, and why it feels like we're all in a simulation, which if you believe in God, we are in a simulation.
Okay. If we got a simulation theory, then we'll be here the rest of the time.
I mean, good Lord, right? It's like Leroy Parnell said, the world must be flat because people leave town, they never come back. I mean, everything with 90s country. I mean, it told us everything. Third rock from the sun, John Deere Green, everything gave you your life advice from now to the end of time. If the devil danced in empty pockets. I mean, I'm like, this is a lot. The only thing that bothered me about 90s country music was Mark Chestnut. When he said, it's too hot to fish, too hot for golf, too cold at home. And I was like, that's just a Freon problem, probably. Like, if he just called like an HVAC guy, he probably wouldn't have spent all his time at the OR, And I was so confused with him. Like, why don't you just call like that guy that works over there with Dad? He knows how to fix this stuff. But, you're 9 trying to think. And I will never not think that Lucille left him with 400 kids and a crop in the field. And I'm like, Kenny, you're going to need more than that crop, son, if you got 400 kids. You're going to need a little more variety than corn, That's how you get children into corn.
It's efficient, though, man.
It is efficient, but it's not nutritional. And then the next 2 weeks, you're going, when did we eat corn? Every time you go to the bathroom,
Well, we're going to circle back to the Armageddon stuff. We need to get to the first song. But first, I do, because we didn't even hit on it, because you're allowed to talk about it now. You just signed a major contract.
I did. With CDX and Sony Orchard, and it's a distribution deal for the next couple of years. And we decided to team up. And I said, I got a bunch of songs. And they said, well, we got a way to get them out there. And I was like, well, then, by gosh, let's do it.
Heck yeah.
So we're doing that now. And the last single that I just had come out in June, Can't Get Enough, is now on CDX. And the one that's coming out in September is.
That's the one you've been promoting so heavily, right?
So excited. Yeah. It's actually mine and Sean's wedding song. I wrote it for him the first Valentine's Day we had together. We were so poor, Brandon. Oh, my God, we're living in that camper. It was so cold. This mean had like 2 foot of snow and no one was booking gigs because there was 2 foot of snow.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm like, we are poor. I mean, we had like roof over our head, but I was like, we need money for cigarettes. And the only thing I had left in my jewelry box was about $40 worth of Susan B. Anthony dollars that I had won at the county fair 20 years ago. And we bought about 4-pack of Pall Malls with them, the cheapest cigarettes they had at the gas station.
24/7.
And we're both Marlboros, And so I told him, I said, this is my song to you we'll always remember how poor we were for this Valentine's Day. And then that became one of the singles. And then when we got married, that was our wedding song. And I said, well, let's just release it to the world as this is our wedding gift to everybody else.
Yeah. So would you want to perform that? Because what I'd like.
No, I was gonna play something else.
No, I guess
I told you all that to you.
What I was gonna say is like, see, this episode is probably gonna drop in approximately 2.5 weeks.
Well, nice. We can play both of them then.
Well, I was gonna say, but what I would like to do, and I'll kind of segue in this way, so we can kind of frame it for editing that way. I might go ahead and release this one early since the news of your contract is just so
Perfect.
fresh, and then you're trying to put this out there. We'll just go ahead and get this into the world,
Well, why not?
and then just kind of
For immediate release.
yeah, for immediate exactly.
Well, if you got a bull kick in the pen, that cow could probably wait in the back for a couple more rounds of this auction,
But yeah, so I guess just for Josh's purpose here, we're going to kind of cut this and edit it first, then we'll kind of go back and get the rest of the episode. Okay.
All I'm hearing is chop, chop.
Well, I mean, nothing like the present, right?
That's right.
Exactly.
But yeah, I'd love to hear it, man.
Well, this is how it goes. It's called Can't Get Enough. All the weed in all the fields of California, all the bourbon Kentucky ever made, all the cornbread that came from Granny's kitchen, all the songs Willie Nelson ever played. I can't get enough. I can't get enough. I can't get enough of you. All of the old in the dirt of Oklahoma, all the coal in a West Virginia mine, all of you can get it, I'll take it. Your love and your body and your time, 'cause I can't get enough. I can't get enough. I can't get enough of you. 'Cause you give me a drug on the feeling. You've been stealing my poor heart away. You brought me back, you made me believe it. I can't get enough, no, I can't get enough of you. All your mornings, your days, and all your evenings, for forever and for always if you can. Baby, I need you like the air that I've been breathing. 'Cause without you, I'm half of who I am.
I can't get enough. Baby God, you know I can't get enough. I can't get enough of you. No, 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 no. I can't get enough. No, I can't get enough. I can't get enough of you.
Well, bring him up.
Yeah. So the Georgia Godstones.
Why did they blow up and why is no one talking about it?
that was awesome. That's a powerful song, man.
Oh, thanks.
And that's just so much soul just kind of just like explodes from that. That's awesome.
Well, thank you very much.
cool.
I appreciate that.
No, thank you for like playing that for us. And like I said, like, we're gonna get this one out early for you because like one, I just want to like I said, for immediate release, we'll get that announcement out there and then get this song promoted. And I'm
Well, you know, this comes out about the same time that the Rooster Juice does.
yeah. Oh, the Rooster Juice. Did you bring me some?
I don't have any of it right now.
She has
I
her own
can't even get
moonshine
it
now,
until
by the
August
way.
16th. So Hoochie Hooch Moonshine
Yeah.
down in Alabama, in Dothan, Alabama, they were like, "Hey, we like your stuff. We want to do a Sarah Beth Terry Moonshine. What flavor do you want?" I was like, "What? I didn't make my moonshine. Like, this is great."
Yeah.
So there's a tradition here in Esther County. I don't know if you've known about this, but it kind of about 8-10 years now. Jeff Farthing,
Yeah.
used to make Rooster Juice.
Mhm.
And that was a special blend of like a cherry vanilla that he only made for me. And like, that was our thing. And I
That's
made
awesome.
like a song about it, a tour about it. Well, before that, Mike Stallings, God rest his soul, had tried to make Rooster Juice. And before that, my papa had tried to make Rooster
Really?
Juice. So it's this like cherry vanilla moonshine that just is like. So
Yeah.
I was like, if y'all could make this national, because like this has
Yeah.
always been a Kentucky thing. It's always been an Esther County thing. And
Oh,
like the
it's-
whole binge of my 8 albums came off of us drinking Rooster Juice the first night.
Right.
So why not? So he was like, hell yeah, send me the picture. So someone designed me looking like Oodle Ollie off of Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me as Oodle Ollie, and I'm standing on the porch of my chicken coop with a big thing of Rooster Juice. And
Love it.
it's got my
Love
picture
it.
on the back, and it's going to be in 34 states on September the 1st.
No kidding.
So
Wow,
I'm so
that's
excited.
awesome.
But you can come August 16th to Cookeville, Tennessee. We're having the official taste test / announcement.
When is it?
August the 16th. I'm trying to
August
bring a
16th.
big Kentucky crowd to Cookeville, Tennessee, because we're bringing Alabama up and Kentucky down and meeting in Tennessee right there outside Nashville, because it's the only place big enough to hold all of us.
Yeah, I'll bring you.
And how awesome is that going to be? And so Get Roasted, the Roasted Hemp Cannabis Company, is also going to sponsor. So it's like, well, if there's
I need a DD.
anything that I need, right? I'm like, we're trying to get L8 on board again. And I was like, we're
Heck
going
yeah.
south. We need some more L8s because
That's right.
you know, L8, moonshine, weed.
Oh,
That's,
yeah.
you know, Sarah Beth's in town. So, you know, it's like, it was so funny. We were walking into a show one night and I was sitting in the truck, you know, smoking like I always do. And I saw a couple of my fans walking by and I knew they were fans because they had on Sarah Beth Terry
Right.
shirts, you know, and I was like, hey, what's up? And when they walked by, I heard her husband say, are they here yet?
Yeah.
And one of the guys went, smells like they are. And I was like, they're just walking by the truck. And I mean, like, I was like, it's like walking by Snoop's friggin' tour bus, you know? But I said, I don't hide it anymore. I said, we're California sober. I said, we don't do pills, powders. If it grows out of the ground, it's probably all right. And if I'm going to make something, I'm going to try it before I serve it to you. That's just good manners, you know? So, but that's what kind of came from that. And the songs have kind of flowed out of that. But
Yeah.
the Rooster Juice is now going to be a nationwide, and you can pre-order it on Hoochie Hooch website starting August the 1st.
That's very cool. And
how cool is that?
And that's a Hoots of the Hoochie Hooch. Where are they based out of?
Dothan, Alabama.
Dothan, Alabama. Okay.
She said, we're down here by the Florida-Georgia line. I said, we don't mention them anymore. That's like Baltimore. Just say you're down south before you get to the ocean, you know?
But can we all just agree?
Can we all agree that was the worst band ever? So
Or may we all?
maybe your
Yeah.
song, you want to roll
That
my
being said, I do have
windows
I do
and
have a,
puke.
that being said, may we all? That is the one song I can kind of tap my foot to a little bit.
But it also makes me want to roll my window down and puke. Just to be fair. They were right.
No, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you and proud of you, man. It's
Thank you. I'm so
cool.
excited. My granny said, you're going to make me in so many liquor stores. And I said, well, it's better than having my face on a milk carton, I guess. At least my picture's on a moonshine jar. Could be worse.
I tell you, man, there's something about that corn liquor. That's what Jack Browning, when he was in town, I caught him, talked to him over in Bell County, and I was like, nothing like L8 and corn liquor. I was like, while you're here, that's something you definitely got to do. Whether it's bourbon, whether it's moonshine, you got to mix the two.
You do. And I mean, I always suggest to get a little bit of that. I always prefer, my preference. L8's always in my bloodstream. I think that's what my blood type is. But when I drank, back when I drank, I quit drinking for good. You know that. Now I just drink for evil. And so just on specific occasions of malice that I'll be like, give me some of that moonshine, But I'll peddle it all day, though, because I've been there, done that, and I know how good it is. But I said, I always like to mix a little of that Jim Beam vanilla.
Oh, yeah.
With an L8. Tastes a little bit like a cream soda. And I hate to recommend anything Canadian, but the blackberry Crown Royal was awful good with the blackberry L8. It was a nice dichotomy.
I was about to recommend. I haven't tried it yet, but I've heard very high remarks about like a good like small batch bourbon and blackberry L8.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't tried it yet, the combo yet.
Did you see that the new Pawpaw flavors coming out?
Oh my God, I can't wait.
My papa loved Pawpaws, but he hated L8s, and he's been dead 18 years. So I was like, if he was still alive, that'd probably been the only time he ever bought a 6-pack L8, just because it was made of Pawpaws.
I'm so hopped over, and I have such high expectations. I just hope they don't let me down.
I wish they put vanilla in. I've been saying this ever since I was old enough to order at the Burger Barn. Vanilla L8 is the greatest thing.
I thought I was the only person who did that.
Dude, get Burger Barn before you leave town.
Yeah.
Big old cup of ice. It's the rat turd ice. Vanilla L8. Worth it. And I've been telling them forever. When I went over to the L8, you had that testing room. Have you ever taken the tour of L8?
I haven't actually.
You go through the line, and there's like this little closet. It's like testing room. And I was like, is that where the special L8 scientists all live? And she's like, yeah. And so I'm like, and they opened the door, and you could tell it was during lunch because he was wiping his mouth. He's like, hello. Yeah. And I said, hi, I'm Sarah Beth Terry. Stop putting fruit in it. Have a good day. I'm a purist, did I tell you my new favorite game to play in Huntington, West Virginia?
No, what?
Oh my God, because it's kind of, and I hate to say this, it's kind of a opioid-ish neighborhood,
Well, that's West Virginia.
It's West Virginia. And so you can't shake a pill bottle without them coming out of the woodwork. So they're like, that's the West Virginia mating call. I'm like, oh, put that Tylenol down, son. They're coming after the car, But so my new favorite thing is anybody I see over 25, 30 riding a bicycle.
That's pretty good.
I roll down my window and I go, is that my fucking bicycle? And then they're just like, I'm like, you better hope ET's in the front of that son bitch. I got 4-wheel drive in this Pathfinder. But I love it because they freak out. And I'm like, it's so fun to watch them just like get across the road like, oh shit. Like,
I've recently gotten my 7-year-old daughter. There's quite a few older adults that ride bicycles in town, and every time we drive by, she goes, "Ooh, he's a cool guy."
We should get him a bail.
I'm 11 years older than my brother, so like this is like 10 years ago. So he was still in like adolescent age, and I got him a really nice like Tony Hawk series like BMX bike for $5 at Mr. Money. Outside of Mr. Money, they hadn't even brought it in yet. I just bought it from him, and really I got it.
He made $35 off that bicycle at that pawn shop. Everything's $40, right? Like,
$5 in the park line. The only reason I got it because it had one of those good U-Haul locks on it.
Dude, they stole that from something too. You know that?
It was good.
No, they have a song about that. Not about stealing bicycles.
That doesn't surprise me.
I stole your bicycle past you. No, I'm just kidding.
Speaking of, we're 42 minutes in. This has flown by.
Yeah, we're
sorry.
No,
you're good. We need to get back to
I would prefer for it to feel like it's flying by.
It is, isn't it?
No, this is awesome. I want to get back to like I said, the Georgia Guidestones. I do kind of want to mention that in a minute. But let's get another song in so we can get a few sessions in.
Nice. This one is going to be released in the future. It's not been recorded yet. But it's very similar to what we were just talking about and how I'm tired of going to funerals instead of weddings in Appalachia.
Yep.
So it's time somebody started telling the truth because Morgan Wallen's telling you how to get to rehab and Jelly Rose telling you how to get out of it. And I'm like, no one's talking about the life or death in the parking lot with a needle in your arm and the Narcan 2 blocks away. No one's talking about that.
Yep.
No one's talking about every single high school sweetheart I have laying up here in West Urban Cemetery. So I decided to write a song about it. Yep. It's sad. So it's got a honky tonk hymn and I get a little menopausal on it, but you'll understand why. Drop the needle Into a vein, into a groove, same kind of people. Needing to change, needing to move around like maggots on a hot rock. Hoping that'll make them stop the cycle. What goes around, comes around, they'll beat the Bible. Where he's headed, where he's bound, can't help 'cause they're too busy praying. Somebody say amen. It's just another honky-tonk hell. He went and made the devil afraid. He fell back off the wagon again. Somebody help me. They want to bend him low. They saw the train and climbed on board. I wish that we could do something more besides crying. Lord, save this hillbilly tragedy. It's just another honky-tonk hell. Grab a shovel, digging a ditch, digging a hole 'cause you got trouble. Devil's got a hold of your soul and he ain't letting off his death grip. Hoping that he'll make you trip and falter. Stumbling over, tumbling blocks, just look to the Father. Instead of getting stoned with the rock until you're finally laying under when the congregation says amen. It's just another honky-tonk hell. He went and made the devil afraid. He fell back off the wagon again. Somebody help me. They want to bend him low. We saw the train and climbed on board. I wish that we could do something more besides crying. Lord, save this hillbilly tragedy. It's just another honky-tonk hell. Everywhere that you look, it's just more of the same. They're recruiting new players to cheat at the game. On the top of the pile is a little boy going with gravy in hand, and he told me he sold it for fentanyl, coke, and heroin crack. Traded for years so that he'll never get back, and it's hard. Playing the same old card. His heart can take you're kicking and breaking and making it easy to fall down again. And the product of focus, the prayers and the wishes, the hopes and the fears, the bargains from God that he never hears. Living like Lazarus, packed with the dead. Congregation said, amen. It's just another honky-tonk hell. When they made the devil afraid, they fell back off the wagon again. Somebody help me, help to bend him, Lord. We saw the train and climbed on board. I wish that we could do something more besides crying. Lord, save this hillbilly tragedy. It's just another honky-tonk hell.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Okay. A couple things first. First of all, thank you for introducing that on this podcast.
Well, you're welcome.
Second of all, that's your Grammy. I mean, that was a hell of a song,
Well,
man.
thank you.
I mean, really, and like I was not expecting you to just kind of break off in that fast, action lyric delivery.
That's Grundy County auction rapping.
God, yeah, there you go. That was awesome, man.
Well, thank you.
And third of all, that siren that went by, that was
a perfect
that was
time,
perfect.
wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that
I was like, they found me.
I was like, that just like integrate that into the song and record it.
We got to. This is that recording.
Yeah.
And that's funny because that's not even the next single coming out, so we'll have to do that before we get out of here.
Man,
so,
that's awesome.
well, thank you so much.
No, it really was. That's phenomenal. Like you starting to understand why like she inspired me to interview songwriters. No, I'm not kidding. No,
What's our time left on this fun adventure down the road?
Man, we're at 48 minutes. What do you think? We good for another 15?
Well, I got
15?
you two more songs I have to give you. I promised Rachel one, and I've got to give you the next single before we get out.
I'll tell you what, man. Like I said, we can. How long are you in town? Or like, when's the next time you're gonna be in town?
Oh Lord, August probably. So we get back on the road next weekend.
Well, let's go ahead and schedule a follow up session because I do want to kind of stay on the Armageddon talk with you because
Absolutely, let's keep talking about that.
if Yellowstone has,
and then we'll finish with the new single because it goes along with Armageddon. How about that?
well, what I was saying was next time we can schedule another reprisal here for August, and we can like really double down on that. Like
we could do that too. Whatever you want to do.
So let's go ahead and do 2 more sessions because, like I said, format wise, we have 4 songs in, and that's perfect for our timing.
Nice.
So let's go ahead and do your next 2 songs, and I think I'll be back. We'll do your plugs, and I'll be back.
Perfect.
So.
Well, we were talking earlier about everybody's all up in arms and everybody's pissed off, and it's not just the earth that's moving and shaking and getting pissed off. Mother Nature is probably going through it right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And speaking of Armageddon, like I feel like every day is the end of the world, and I don't know when the end of my life is. Therefore, I don't know when the middle of my life is. So I don't know when my midlife crisis is going to be.
Let's go ahead and celebrate.
So just from now on, I'm just going to celebrate every day in a constant state of crisis. That's going to be it. Like everything's a crisis. So I got so mad this morning. I was like, I broke a tooth eating a chocolate bar for breakfast. That is a true story. I broke this back molar eating a chocolate bar, not even like a Snickers, like a plain old Hershey chocolate bar. It was one of those little tiny 4 pieces that you get in a trick-or-treat bag. And I was like, that's enough to take this pill with because my head was hurting and I hate to take a Tylenol on an empty stomach. Well, I just chewed into it and I heard, I was like, that's not supposed to crunch. And I was on the phone with my manager. She goes, welcome to menopause. I'm like, no.
Oh, yeah, bone loss.
So
man.
it's coming. So I wrote a song about it. And this is our fun song that I told Rachel. I said, she's about my age, and this is just making everybody mad. And so this is the funny song, and then we'll do the serious song. Okay. It's going to be the new single. But again, I always think it's going to be the end of the world, so I'm just writing around it. I'm just writing the soundtrack,
I broke a tooth on a chocolate bar for breakfast. I want to sleep, but I've never felt so restless. And I don't remember ever feeling quite this helpless ever since I was a young girl starting out. One tiny thing was in me and about to cry. Just can't help myself, God knows above I'm trying. And I'm coming to walls, there are times I feel like dying. But I think I finally know what it's about. This cougar puberty, hell, it's gonna be the death of me. Feet in the freezer, head in the oven. Baby, don't touch me, I need your loving. Perimenopause, soften my fur and sharpen my claws. Getting old ain't what I thought it'd be. I'm going through cougar puberty. That's what I'm gonna start calling it now, and I won't be taking questions, okay? It just sounds fancier than just I'm getting old, right? I'm 14 again, I swear there's brand new hair growing. But up on top, I swear the silver started showing. And if Mama knew this well, I promise she never told me what was waiting for me further up the road. This cougar puberty, hell, it's gonna be the death of me. Feet in the freezer, head in the oven. Baby, don't touch me, I need your loving. Soften my purr, sharpen my claws. Getting old ain't what I thought it'd be. I'm going through cougar puberty. Oh, you wake up in the middle of the night and you're just soaking wet in all the wrong ways, You sneeze and you pee. This cougar puberty, hell, it's gonna be the death of me. My feet in the freezer, head in the oven. Baby, don't touch me, I need your love. Perimenopause, soften my purple, sharpen my claws. Getting old ain't what I thought it'd be. I'm going through cougar puberty. Usually happens in your terrible 40s, Hot flashes, irrational behavior. I broke a tooth on a chocolate bar for breakfast. Cougar puberty.
Cougar puberty is one of the funniest things ever. I love it, man. It's like, how did you come up with that? That's awesome.
I just everybody was talking about like, are you going through the menopause? Have you taken ashwagandha? Are you taking Bakehosh? I was like, why are we calling it this? We're breaking out. I'm gaining weight. My hair is thin, and I'm pissed off at everybody. This is puberty. It's just cougar puberty, you know.
That term is going to stick. I promise.
I hope so. It's right there with boomer clutter and momtism. I'm trying to hashtag some new things here, you know. But this is, you said, funny that you said Grammy a while ago, because when I played this is why me and a friend of mine are in a fight, and I won't mention any names, but her initials are Gretchen Wilson, and she got so mad at me. She's like, let me have that song. And I'm like, no. And she's like, yes. I'm like, no, but no. She's like, why not? I'm like, no offense, but it's not a Gretchen Wilson song. It's a Beth Terry song.
Yeah.
And she's like, I could sing it. I'm like, well, yeah, Dolly could sing it, but it's not a Dolly song. Like, it's a Sarah Beth Terry song. Like, I'll give you I've got one called Bootleg. You need it. And she's like, nah. And I'm like, So she's this mad at me. I wished her happy birthday in June. And she's like, I'm still not talking to you, but thank you and I love you. And I was like, okay, I'm still not talking to you either. See you on 4th of July. Like, what?
Well,
so it's fine, you know.
On that point, because we didn't even mention that you're a songwriter. You're a songwriter in the Nashville songwriting circle. Like, you're still very active there.
Oh,
So,
yeah, I've been doing it for 25 years. And now I've learned the difference in being a regular and being a guest star. Like, I'm there enough that I get work done, but I don't have to, like, go to the formals and mixers. I paid those dues and those credit card bills a long time ago, so I'm like, I was going to have a present when I had a present. But this was the song that she was like, let me have it. I'm like, no. She's like, let me, no. But she said, this is a Grammy song. And I was like, I know.
Yeah, it is.
You already have one. I don't. No. So, I mean, but I'll let her. And if she really wanted to sing it, I'll let her sing it after me. But
Man, it's an absolute banger.
well, you
though.
know, like Whitney cut after Dolly. Like, once I'm done with it, by all means, sing your ass off.
Hey, cover it all you want.
Oh, I want you. Please
But
cover
at
my
the
song.
bottom, put squiggly Sarah Beth Terry.
Right. That's like when I was playing Whiskey one night, the song I wrote for Craig Morgan. And somebody goes, oh my God, that's such a good Craig Morgan cover. I was like,
It makes you want to tell me
it's
about
like
that.
funny that Craig actually is covering my song.
Yeah, it's like, does that drive you crazy though? I always want to ask songwriters that. Does it drive you crazy when somebody just credits like somebody you've written for?
I'm just excited that they know the song. The
Yeah.
fact that something that was born
that.
in my
I
brain
get
and
that.
put out into the world, that they just know even just an inch of it, I'm like, it's exciting, you know?
Because I'm friends with Greg and Shelley Bates, and that's something I've been wanting to ask them. You know, it was like, does it not drive you crazy? You know, that people run with these songs and like.
No, it drives me crazy when they know that and they ask me to sing Wagon Wheel. That's
Oh,
what drives
yeah,
me
okay.
crazy. And I'm like,
That's fair. That's
what
fair.
part of that makes you think I wrote that? I remember I would never sing that because, you cannot head west from the Cumberland Gap and get to Johnson City, Tennessee. And if you're smoking pot with some motherfucker from Philadelphia, I'm not responsible for you getting turned around in Appalachia. That's all you.
It is the new Freebird. It really is. Like
I'll give them a free bird. Oh, God, it's a terrible song. I hate that song. And I hate to say that because it was one of those cult classics that we love.
Well, yeah.
And then it just kind of.
It got co-opted.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it
Farmed
did.
it out, you know?
Yep. Yeah, no, back when Old Crow had it, man, it was.
Oh, man, that was just like, if you knew it, you knew
That
it.
was the party song, man.
Yeah, like everybody's like, yeah, I know this song, but it's not on the radio. And now
Yeah.
it's like, Darius, dude, go back to Hootie. I can't with you.
That's
you know?
what Darius. I'm not. With
with
all respect to Darius, that's what killed the song.
It killed it. It killed his career at the same time.
Oh, yeah, that's
Double
true.
shot. So
Murder suicide.
murder suicide. They got away with me.
Anyway, we got man. We're fixed up. Let's go ahead and jump into the last one, then we'll give you plugs and yeah, we'll just call it a wrap until August.
the next time.
Until August, I'm definitely.
Until I'm a
having
year older, which will be in August.
Hell, we'll just pop up the moonshine introduction or something.
Please do.
That'd be cool.
Do a live spot. Well, not even a live spot, but a
Check
pre-recorded
your
live
calendar.
spot.
Check your calendar.
It's a Saturday. I'll get us a discount at the hotel. I'll get us like a block of rooms. Wouldn't that be fun?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I need a whole bunch of block of rooms. Kentucky's coming to town.
I don't need much. I don't need no minimum pillow. No.
Right? I'm like, I have no idea what's going on tomorrow, let alone, But this song is one of those songs that I got up at 5 a.m. and it just kind of came out and I cried and prayed over it. And anyway. What if I just left? Got in the car with what I've got on and drove away. Would I make it any further than the break of day? Before I ran out of gas and I had to turn back. What if I just left? didn't even know nothing and just disappeared? Would you even notice that I wasn't here? Or would you just carry on? Say I'm glad that she's gone. 'Cause I keep staying, nothing's changed. Got my finger in the dam, and I'm trying, but I'm dying. 'Cause you don't know who I am. I'm not her, he ain't you. We ain't what they put us through, but you can't help yourself. What if I just left? What do I have left? Just some odds and ends and a few close friends, and that's pretty much it. After the last disaster, I don't give a shit. Can't take it with me when I go, and if anyone would know, but I keep staying, nothing's changing. Got my finger in the dam, and I'm trying, but I'm dying. 'Cause you don't know who I am. I'm not her, he ain't you. We ain't what they put us through, but you can't help yourself. What if I just left? And you could probably stop me if you wanted to, but really there ain't no sense in telling you. I keep staying, nothing's changing. Got my finger in the dam, and I'm trying, but I'm dying, and you just don't give a damn. I'm not her, he ain't you. We ain't what they put us through, but you can't help yourself. What if I just left? What if I just left? What if I just... Well, thank you much.
That was great. I love that one. I have heard that one on,
That was
before.
on the, yeah, I did on the first one before we even went to the studio. So that was one of the reasons we took it to the studio. And
Heck yeah, man. That's I love it.
the three singles was, Devil's Got My Tongue, which is livid.
Yeah.
And then the Can't Get Enough, which is loving. And then Left is Leaving. So, we got to keep the keep the three trifecta of country music in there somewhere.
Yeah, because we did of course, everybody in the podcast knows that we did botch episode 1 video. So I thank you for playing that again, because I was hoping you would.
And now it's coming on the radio,
Yeah.
so it's like finally come full circle. So
yeah, we actually got the second pass at it. So,
so
thank
awesome.
you so
And
much.
so we'll look forward to the next time, because hopefully you'll be in Tennessee with me, and we'll just take the whole crowd with us.
Heck yeah.
And I'm telling y'all, you would love the Tennessee bunch. I'm looking at it going, okay, I'm taking all of Appalachia together. Like,
Right.
we got Alabama, we got Tennessee, we're taking West Virginia, we're taking Kentucky. And I'm like, all right, this is it. This is the Sarah Beth birthday party. We're going to do a big press release. We're doing the moonshine tasting. We're doing the roasted hemp sponsorship. We're going to have L8s there. So, it's going to be a big, and all my crew from Nashville's rolling in. So I'm like super excited. I'm like, we're
Heck
in
yeah.
Cookville, which is just like 30 minutes outside Nashville. I'm
Yeah.
like, we need to be far enough away to where no one has to pay $50 to park.
Exactly.
No one needs to worry about cops every other, Granger Smith running over you in a crosswalk. We just we're safe here, and we
Right.
know the people, and you can just be you. And I was like, we need a good parking lot party. So
Yeah, send me the details, man.
Absolutely.
As long as there's barring, what was it called? Death or weather.
I was going to say hell or high water,
Yeah.
which you never know. It could be Tuesday. The difference in conspiracy theory and fact at this point is about 4 weeks.
It's
So
like, if Yellowstone doesn't pop off, then
be like,
consider
we'll just get in the truck. Head with us. We're running to southern ground. But cracks me up. I have had the best time with y'all. I mean, we've been talking about all this fun stuff about, Like Rushmore. Oh my gosh! Before I get off here, have you ever been to Mount Rushmore?
I haven't. It's on my list, man.
It's right next to Devil's Tower, so it's right there.
Yeah, so we are going to we hit the Route 66 Southern Route.
Nice.
Down forward. Now the next time we go, we're gonna hang north and go up to the
Go to
Dakotas
Chicago and all that fun stuff.
Into Wyoming. Yeah, so we're gonna replicate that trip
I
in the
get so
future.
tickled. There's a sign at Mount Rushmore. Make sure you see it.
Yeah.
It says, "Do not carve on this monument." I'm like, anymore. Like, no graffiti on this monument. Like, that's kind of exactly what y'all did. Like, are you telling me that if I want to take out my case pocket knife and make a little etching of DJ Trump right now, that you just like? I think the more appropriate sign would be like, please submit your work to nationalparks.gov/Mount Rushmore. You know, like, because we still got like 44 more presidents to put up on that damn hillside. You know, like chop time's a wasted. We didn't even get George's whole jacket done before that dude died. And I was just like, I don't even know what's going on. I'm just seeing like Teddy just peek out behind, Lincoln there. And I'm like, y'all had time to make his curlicue on his glasses, but you didn't have time to finish the collar on George's shirt. Like, I don't understand what's going on with this mountain. So I feel like, if you were good at that, maybe we should get that CCC back together, that Conservation Corps that built that courthouse across the street and that highway that brought us in here. Like, get them people working again. We got plenty of arts and craftsmen, and all they're doing is selling their shit on TikTok for a work price. You're telling me that we couldn't get one guy,
Think big. We got to
right,
think
to
big.
be like, Jim, you're good at whittling. Listen, they're looking for somebody to make a likeness of J.D. Vance out of a hickory stump. Now, we made a big old mushroom-looking penis in Irvin at one time with a chainsaw. And I'm pretty sure
I know what you're talking about.
Right. And they finally cut it down because they're like, that's obscene. I'm like, finally. Like, that doesn't look like a morale at all. It looks like you have a lack of morals about looking at this thing, So I'm like, if somebody was good with a chainsaw, I would like to see Obama carved out of wood. Like, I'm not hurt by that. I seen George Strait carved out of butter at the Texas Fair. I'm like, I'm telling you, we got a little more talent than they're giving people credit for these days. We're just making sourdough and raising chickens,
Who was the saying that I can't believe it's not Jesus? Who was that?
I can't believe it's not Jesus.
I can't remember. Forgive me. Was
Oh my
it?
God, that cracks me up. Like, I don't know why they didn't come up with it. Like, I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't they come out with like, okay, then they had this can't be yogurt.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be like, fuck my ass, this is 2%. Like no one, like, there's not like a, like I'll be damned, this is not avocado. Like where's the next, last story, there's a great songwriter producer, and he's part of Trailer Choir in Nashville. His name's Butter Fortney.
Okay.
It was with Big Vinny, who was on Biggest Loser, and then got real skinny, so they went from Big Vinny to Little Vinny.
Okay.
And anyway, but they're Trailer Choir. They were part of Toby Keith's label for a long time. I love Butter. We've written together for 20 years. Mm-hmm. Me and another songwriter friend of mine were sitting in a bar one night. Butter walks in. It's like, Butter! And he comes over and shakes hand. He goes, who's this? It's like, Butter, Ash Butter. 2 or 3 days go by. We're at the same bar. A guy with a flat-billed hat. That's it. The only similarity between Butter and this guy was a flat-billed hat.
Right.
He walked in and Ash goes, Butter! Asshole. And I was like, who are you hollering at? He goes, that was Butter. I said, that wasn't Butter. He goes, I can't believe that's not Butter. And he went, oh, he said, that's the only time that's probably ever been said in organic style. I was like, are you serious? Like, that would never happen again. Anyway, but now I have to look up Cooking with Butter. He has his own TV show. It's great.
Yeah, plugs. Give your plugs. You have a bunch.
Hoochie Hooch Moonshine in Dothan, Alabama. Get Roasted Hemp in Cookeville, Tennessee. L8 Winchester, Kentucky. SIT Strings. And as always, we want to thank our immediate sponsors, Sean Courtney Music, Sarah Beth Terry LLC, and Walnut Band. We're so excited to be on the next thing. And of course, the big dog of all of them, CDX Records and Sony Orchard. We are so pleased to be a part of the family. And I say we because it's me and my background personalities that sing harmony. So might as well speak in the we, It makes it easier to share credit if it's with yourself. You say we, you think you got a team. I'm like, no, I'm just schizophrenic as hell, but we're getting better.
I'm so proud. I'm so excited for you in the CDX. I'm so excited to ride the coattails of your success and just kind of.
Oh, yeah, coattail. There's room in the truck. We'll take a church van if we have to. Load it up. We'll be holy rollers. Just be back there in the back.
Thank you for coming on a second time. You're our first reprisal. And I love that.
Three-peat. And it'll be a three-peat coming in August.
Yeah, three-peat's going to be in August. And,
honey, I'm just blunt because the Lord brought me that way,
And, so I appreciate just everything. I appreciate you doing everything you did for the scene, and I appreciate you being a friend.
I appreciate y'all. And, what better way to be on it than that? To holler at you, be like, let me holler at you real quick. I'm like, that is like my vernacular, I love that. I was like, that's gonna be. I'm gonna have to do it like on the back, be like, holler at you.
We started making stickers. The merch is coming. So,
dude, well, cigarette mom, holler at you. We'll just all get together and we'll just vandalize everything. It'll be awesome. But I'm so excited. This has been the greatest. Thank you for having me back.
Absolutely.
And we're always
Thank you
tickled
for
to come
coming.
home and just always remember, friends, keep your Bibles open, your powder dry, and your head on. So it'll be nice to old people, children, and animals. And
and simulation coming in episode 3. So
that's it. We're talking about how we're actually Sims and that creation is evolution. Ooh, get excited. But remember, that's Brandon Farmer, and I'm Sarah Beth
That's Sarah
Terry,
Beth Terry.
and you're not.
Bye, guys.